guys, I'm ISHA Khanna, as you all know, and welcome to my channel. So this is the look that I'm going to be doing on my channel. By the way, please welcome Ashita, and she's a blogger. You are going to be seeing her link down below. Just see her everyday beauty hacks that she keeps doing. They are super amazing and very, it's like you use all the natural ingredients and everything. So that's like amazing. You don't find that too often these days. Anyway, so coming to what we are going to do today, this is the look that we've planned for today. If you guys are interested to see how we do such amazing glittery and smoky eyes, please keep on watching. So I'm going to start by priming her lids first, and for that I'm using MAC Paint Pot and the shade name is. So I'm just taking some product on the brush and applying it on the lid, and I'm going to cover the lid all over. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to make sure that there are no hard edges. It's all blended very well. It's really important to powder the eyeshadow base, and for that you can use a loose powder. Here I'm using L'Oreal Mercier translucent powder, but you can use just about any, even a compact will work here. So the transition color that I'm taking is out of this palette. It's a BH Cosmetic blush palette, and this is the color that I'm going to be using. So I've taken a very fluffy brush for the transition color. This one is Sigma E40, and it's like super fluffy. It works really well for the transition color. The strategy that I play around with while I do the eye makeup is take little color, blend it, and then take more. I don't like to take too much color and then put in extra 5 minutes just to blend it. So yeah, I just take little by little and then keep blending. So that's what you're going to be seeing here. Like, I'm just taking color again and again just to just to get the exact depth that I'm looking for. So my second color is going to be out of this palette. It's Burgundy ×9 from MAC, and this is the color that I'm going to be using. This one is to basically deepen the transition color even more. Also, I've taken a much smaller brush this time. It's again a fluffy one, but a size is comparatively really small from the first brush that I used. So my third color is going to be out of the MAC palette again, but this is a little different one. This is called Semi Sweet ×9, and this is the brown color that I will be taking, and this is to deepen the outer corner even more. So now this brown color, I'm going to take it all the way in, very close to the lash line. Like you can see on the other eye how I've created that smoky look, and this is what this brown color is also going to do. So now the application is going to get more precise, which is why I've chosen a smaller brush. It's not fluffy anymore. It's like a tapered brush pointed at the end, and I'm going to go back into the brown color that I was just using and focus on the specific areas, which is outer corner of the eye and going along the lash line and going towards the inner corner. To deepen the eyes even more, I'm going to choose a darker brown color, this one in the center, and this is from the Burgundy ×9 palette from MAC. And I'm going to work on the outer areas, outer corner of the eyes, going all the way in on this transition area and closer to the lash line. using black Loreal pencil. The name is Infallible. I'm going to use it on the area where we apply eyeliner. Once I've drawn the straight line, I'm just going to work on the edges, making it more blurry, and make sure that you are blending it downwards so that it doesn't overlap the brown color that you've applied. Once the blending is done, just use any black eyeshadow, pack it on the liner that you just applied using an angular brush which needs to be really sharp. And for that black eyeshadow, I'm using this MAC palette. It's called Semi Sweet Times 9. To add that glitter, I'm using Inglot. The number is 66. It's like a pearly white shimmer. Using my finger to pack it on the area where I want that glitter. Now before I start working on the lower lash line, I'm using P.Louise eyeshadow base on the lower lash line, and then I'm going to pack on some shadows there to add some depth. So once the base is applied, I'm going to let it sit for a bit because it's self-drying. Taking black kajal pencil now from Loreal, it's Infallible black coal, and applying it on the waterline and taking it a little outwards also, and then I'm just using this brush to spread it out evenly. Taking flat brush, but it's like super dense, it's going to pick the eyeshadow really well, and picking the ivory kind of matte eyeshadow and highlighting the inner corner of the eye, it's going to really brighten it up. Time to move back to the lower lash line. What I'm doing right now is basically intensifying the black that I used by adding some matte eyeshadow on top of the black kajal that I'd put earlier. So I'm going back into all the colors that I used on the lid and blending the lower lash line just the same way we blended the lid, by using different tones of pinks and, you know, burnt pinks. So eyes are almost done. I'll quickly do the base and come back to you with the final look.